Well, here we are, the third day in Israel. Still missing bacon a little bit. And we're here this morning at a village. It's called a Ketzran village. It's an ancient biblical village. Where actually this area is in the Golan Heights. Pause that and check it. The ancient Ketzran village. This is, as I said before, an ancient biblical village, and she's going to tell us more about it as we make our way through this. Careful. This is an example of a biblical house. It's kind of dark in here. This will be your kitchen, oven. The ceiling and the roof. There's a room in there, but there's about 30 people. Let me go through here where Papa's at. Oh, not for tall people. This might be a bedroom or something. Workshop. There's some wool. Women will be spooling things to work on. This is a rock ceiling.
That outside area, the courtyard outside, is where people would do their work. Women would do their work, whatever it would be, preparing food, baskets, ropes, what have you. If it was dark in the house, cold in the house, hot in the house, you go outside. Hot in the house at night, you sleep outside. Those are raised to be harvested.
She's talking about the production of olive oil.
Nope. Winter. What's left? Winter. In the late fall, early winter is when the olives are ripe on the trees. They can be harvested out in the fields.
This area is called the Upper Galilee, the high mountains, the plains. This is where Paul would have
There's Jordan River again, flows below us.
had his vision on the road to Damascus. This is the Jordan River we're crossing right here now.
Tomorrow we'll have the opportunity to be baptized at the Jordan River, those ones. Do you
Tomorrow
have any people that wants to be baptized?
we will be
Jordan
baptized
River?
in the Jordan River. Mount Hermon in front of us, snow on the top. Over 8,000 feet above sea level.
He asked him, how would you advise me to answer these people? They replied, if today will be a
We're at an early settlement of Dan. He's explaining about the time of the division. After Solomon died, Rehoboam remained. Jeroboam jumped with other tribes of Israel to this place and built this replica of an altar on this spot behind
The
him.
young man who had grown up with him and was serving him.
There's a fortress up on this mountain, a long way off. Let's see if we can get it here. Just barely can see it, the ruins. And that's predating Israel, but you don't see that every day, especially in Franklin County. This is goes back to Abraham's time, and it's called rammed brick or pressed or mud brick. And just to show how long that this has lasted, you can go up here and see the detail. So they built this structure over it to preserve it even farther. Jesus said, Peter, on this rock, I'll build my church and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. And this is the place that he is referencing here, this hole, this cave, and we're going to go up and see it. right under here, doesn't it? These are all fig trees everywhere you look. They're not ripe now, obviously, but everywhere you look, there's fig trees. And I keep saying Mount Horeb. That's incorrect. It's Mount Hermon. So, anyhow, here we go. Continuing up. This is the place littered with pagan temples. The Temple of Pan. This structure is magnificent. But these temples, these pagan temples, were littered all up through here. You can see the archways that do predate the Romans, by the way.
Now we are standing here in the cave. The cave today is filled with water, but people that don't have water, because we had a very good winter. The temple that we have in the body of it, we had horns of goats, tail of goats, and beard of goats. Probably the statues of Pan were on those niches here. People came and worshipped Pan here. Next to it, another temple. You see where the wall, where the floor was collapsed. There we had another temple that was dedicated to Zeus,
There was a temple
the god
here,
of the goddess.
one
And
here,
next to it, there was a courtyard
one
that
down
was
there.
dedicated to Nemesis.
Just all this whole plateau.
You are Nemesis.
And Jesus says, on this rock, the confession that he is God, that he would build his
Nemesis
church.
was the god of
In spite of all of this, that he is Lord. This
Exactly.
area is called the Mount of Beatitudes. We weren't going to stop there, but that's one of the places I believe where, right here where the banana plantation is, where Jesus may have spoken the Sermon on the Mount. This very location, right on the shore of the Sea of Galilee. Well, we just finished lunch on the Sea of Galilee. It was called St. Peter's fish, and it was fish with its head on, which I've seen in Krakow, Poland, that we've had over there at times also. But it was real good. Did you get the fish? What'd you get?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Okay,
He said he wasn't
we are
going to get
entering
the
an area of the
fish.
kibbutz,
So,
Ginosar, kibbutz that has been
Anyhow,
privatized.
now we're going
On the left
to
side, it was a district
see a
school.
boat that was found and
One
restored.
of the kibbutz members here,
we'll
he
get to it
was
later.
a minister.
I'm gonna go into this art museum, not art museum, maybe some kind of museum. I'll let you figure out how to pronounce all that. This is a boat dating to the 1st century. So it gives you the basic shape. They dug it out of the mud. I think I was middle school when this happened. I remember reading about it. And so it's about the size of maybe one of the boats that we would read about in the Bible. And so it's a real big deal here. So it took them a lot to preserve all of that. A lot of interesting things. Well, we've finished up our lunch and we are still on the coast of the Sea of Galilee and getting ready to go into here, the Capernaum, the town of Jesus. John chapter 4, he says, tells us that Jesus came and lived right here after he heard that John the Baptist was martyred, beheaded. And right here on this shore of the Sea of Galilee, you can notice the waves are getting higher in the evening with the wind kicking up.
It was a small town, not too big.
It's windy out. This is the statue of Peter, the staff of authority. There's the fish at the bottom that we just had. The keys in his hand. This is Peter's church. Excuse me, not church, house. Looks pretty contemporary. Obviously it's built around it. I guess it's down below it. This is Peter's house down below. Hard to see. It's dark in there. These are dwelling places. I've talked about this. You've had me as a teacher with families and generations of families building houses next to each other, but opening into a courtyard, which is right over here in that center by those palm trees. And so these things open up and around. So it's a mini rooms around the big courtyard. This is the synagogue of ancient Capernaum. We have the white one that's much later. You'll see the dark foundation that right in there. That is the synagogue, the actual synagogue from the time of the Lord Jesus. So below the white stone is where Jesus would have sat right in here and ministered to people and taught. This would be the inside of the synagogue where Jesus ministered. Obviously we're in the upper, the newer place, built on the same foundation below us that I showed a moment ago, the dark foundation. So in this place, just 4 feet down below us, would be the same place that Jesus stood before this synagogue was placed upon him. All right, where are we headed to now?
Magdalena, I think.
Magdalena.
Whatever you
Mag, and why is it called that?
Because that's where Mary Magdalene was.
That's right. So this is our last stop for the day, and we're headed to this town of Mary Magdalene. And so then we'll head to the hotel. It's been a very full day, good day. A lot of beautiful things to see and experience, and so and learn too. Goodness, this is a tremendous way to learn some really incredible things. So we'll see what it looks like when we get over to this new town. This is the synagogue in Magdala. Just shows the different periods of time in which it was used. This is a mosaic. Tough to see maybe all the little tiled stones. There's little mosaics over there on the exit wall over there. And one of the things that led them on to see this was a synagogue was the synagogue stone, I believe. And that's a copy or a replica. The real one is in New York City on display at the moment. In 2012, my dad was hiking this piece at 2012, the Jesus Trail, and came off the top of that cliff and came down to the road. And it's kind of hard to see, but that is one heck of a climb down off there. And then there's a road, and you got hitchhiking. Those are the dwelling places in Magdalene. It's hard to believe. Of course, they'd go up higher, and they'd have thatched roofs on them. A place of ritual baths here in Magdalene. The water would come off the mountain, filling these different rooms for the people to bathe. Well, we're back at the hotel here on the southern side of the Sea of Galilee for the day, and it's been a great day. And one thing I want to reiterate is that you just can't show everything on video, and so but there's a lot of good things that did happen, took place. So are you tired? All right, so here's our room, and here's Papa coming in.
Don't show my suitcase.
Our whole room is shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
Oh, there's air.